Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. All right, NASCAR Cup Series Goodyear 400 later on today. It is Darlington. It is one of the hardest tracks on the circuit. It is the longest reigning speedway on the circuit. This is the 126th race at Darlington. Darlington became in the NASCAR Cup Series in 1950. Only North Wilkesboro and Martinsville have had more races. So, are been on the circuit since day one, 1949. So 400 miles, 293 laps, 3 stages, 90, 95, and 108 around Darlington. The track too tough to tame, the Lady in Black. Fuel window 68 to 75 laps, so that means each stage will have caution. We'll have pit stops. 11 sets of tires. We know the place to choose up tires. We know tire management is the key. Chevrolet has won 3 straight. But before that, 11 races between Chevrolet's last win and those 3 wins. Those 11 races, 7 won by Toyota and 4 by Ford. In 2023, both races won by Hendrick Motorsports. In 2021, both races won by Joe Gibbs Racing. In 22, we had 1 for Joey Logano and 1 for Eric Jones. In the next gen era, so the last 2 years, 4 races, we've had 8 or more caution flags. So in 2022, the 2 races at Darlington, we had 9 cautions each race. In 2023, we had 8. Does that mean this year we get 7? Regardless, we had the 2 stage breaks. And then, who knows? As tough as Darlington is, we saw in the Truck Series race, we saw Kyle Busch just get loose. I mean, it just snapped around on him. So even the greatest drivers in the world can have trouble at Darlington. 3 of the last 4 races at Darlington, the 4 in the next gen era, 3 of those 4 had 20 laps to the end under green. The winner took the lead twice with 2 to go. So you know we're going to have that late caution within 20 to 30 to go. Typically we do at Darlington. And then 2 of those 4 races, that winner led only the last 2 laps to win the race. So we're going to have a late race caution. Can you save a set of tires for that? Can you manage the tires you already have? Will there be too many people on lead lap to pit? Are we going to have no tires, 2 tires, 4 tires at the end? Who knows? So that's what makes Darlington, because it's got character, it's got strategy that can or cannot play out. In 2023, the 2 races, average finish, William Byron 2.5 with the win. Brad Keselowski 5.0, Chase Elliott 5.5, Bubba Wallace 6.0, Chris Buescher 6.5, Ryan Blaney 9.0, Kyle Busch 9.0, Kyle Larson 10.5 and a win, Tyler Reddick 12.0, Joey Logano 15.0. In those 2 races in 2023, average running position, not finish, running position throughout the day, William Byron 6.35, Kyle Larson 6.46, Tyler Reddick 6.82, Brad Keselowski 7.0. We know the RFK cars both qualified 2nd and 3rd. They have some speed. Can Ford Dark Horse get their first win at Darlington this year? Kyle Busch 10.28, Denny Hamlin 10.91, Ryan Blaney 11.01, Ross Chastain 11.09, and Bubba Wallace 11.22. If we go back to the total of 4 races, to 22 and 23 combined, those 4 races at Darlington in this car, William Byron average finish 6.5 with a win. Tyler Reddick 7.2. Joey Logano 8.75 in a win. Christopher Bell 12.0. Bubba Wallace 12.0. Ryan Blaney 12.0. Brad Keselowski 12.75. Chase Elliott 13.0. Chris Buescher 13.75. Denny Hamlin 15.0. If we look at the average running position for those 2 races, or the 4 races for the 2 years, William Byron 6.05, Tyler Reddick 8.12, Denny Hamlin 9.28, Christopher Bell 9.43, Joey Logano 9.75, Kyle Busch 10.25, Martin Truex Jr. 10.48, Bubba Wallace 11.29, Ryan Blaney 11.37. On the point side right now, we have 7 different winners through 12 races. The top 16 make the playoffs. So right now, Larson with 2 wins, Elliott with a win, Hamlin 3 wins, Reddick with a win, Byron with 3 wins, Bell and Suarez each with a win. They are currently locked into the playoffs. Now, right now, Larson is the regular season leader. Mark Truex Jr., though, is second. He is 29 points behind. He does not have a win. So the regular season champion is guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, even without a win. So we could have, technically, we probably won't get it this year, but 16 different winners and the regular season champion with no wins. So whoever wins that regular season title, that's 15 bonus points. That's equivalent to 3 wins. So if Truex can get that with no wins, that makes him even with Hamlin and Byron on points. So that's actually what a lot of teams are shooting for. Right now, kind of on the bubble, we had Brad Keselowski, we have Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano. They are the 3 right above Daniel Suarez in points. So right now, Bubba Wallace, for example, is 16th in points. If you look at the playoff scenes, because Suarez has that win, he would be 17, and Keselowski is on the bubble. And there's 4 points separating those two. So that's going to be an interesting how that plays out. Now with Kyle Larson, we know he's going to run the double, so he's doing the Indy stuff. How's that going to affect the All-Star race? How's that going to affect the 600? So those are kind of big storylines to kind of look for over the next few weeks on who's leading the points and who's going to get that regular season title. So in the NASCAR Fantasy Live game, I am playing William Byron, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher. I got Bubba Wallace in the garage. I was going to put Denny Hamlin in. I'm going to wear my Denny Hamlin shirt later on today. Go shower, go do some running. But it's like, you got to control your starts. You got to load management, and I've used him so much already this year. I got to save a start. So I like the fact that those 2 RFK cars are running well. They're second and third in qualifying. They got some speed behind them. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in for that. Got Bubba in the garage. I've used him several times. I know he qualified well, but unfortunately he's been on a down streak the last few races. Had some couple DNFs there, and they got into a little hole here, so I'm kind of cautiously optimistic with that. Qualified well. He's running well here at Darlington, so a good top 10 for him would be great. So I'm going to leave him in the garage for now. For those of you that are new to NASCAR Fantasy Live, you pick 5 drivers. So I got Byron, Larson, Reddick, Keselowski, Buescher. You pick a garage pick, which I have Bubba Wallace. Before the end of stage 2, if Bubba Wallace is outperforming one of those other 5, I can swap him out. You just have to set your lineup before the race starts, and then you can swap out that garage pick during the race. You can use each driver up to 10 times during the regular season, up to 5 times in the playoffs. So you kind of got to pick and choose where you use each driver. I don't want to just use up Denny Hamlin now and not have him at the 600, not have him at Nashville, not have him at Richmond later on in the season, and even Darlington season finale. So this is kind of the regular season finales at Darlington, so it's a unique year with that. Normally Darlington starts the playoffs. So whoever runs well here, if they're a bubble team come that into the regular season, they can catapult their way to the playoffs, or they can screw themselves, basically. You know, Eric Jones, we know he's a 2-time Southern 500 winner. This is his first race back after the injury. He can use this as a test session and maybe try to win his 3rd Southern 500 to pole vault his way into the playoffs. So a lot of different strategies. A lot's going to happen in this race today. I think it's going to be a good race, a fun race. So far on the season in the Truck Series, I am 5-4, including Friday night with Ross Chastain winning. Did not pick him. 9-2 in Xfinity Series with just now getting that big win yesterday, and 5-6 in Cup. So that puts me at 19-12. Year to date as of right now. So definitely happy with all that. Hopefully we can get back to 500 on the Cup side. So the 4 picks to win the Goodyear 400 NASCAR Cup Series race is William Byron, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, and Bubba Wallace. Those are the picks. The Fantasy Live lineup is set. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.